Okay, so this is weird and maybe slightly uncomfortable, but I am outside. You can see the lake. I'm going to turn around. You'll see the lake again in a sec.
Pausing workout.
One of the things
Resuming
that
workout.
I decided is that since I'm talking about the PERMA model of well-being, look at last week's blog and video for more info. The second week is the E for engagement. Last week it was positive emotions, and I talked about how positive emotions, a piece of it, has to do with the environments you're in. And now as I was writing today, look how sparkly that is. Like, okay, you guys, magical. This is what I call magical. I was thinking that I'm going to talk about environments every week with each domain of well-being, because the places that we spend our time in are so important. And last night I came to this place called Hula. If you're in the Burlington area, you probably know about it, for an event with Champlain College. Really on the fence about going because I haven't really been to things in a while, maybe like many of you. I'm not one of those people itching to go back, get dressed up, put makeup on. Used to do it, it's just not a habit anymore. Used to do it day in and out like nothing, right? So anyway, it's a lot of decisions. So I'm turning around again because I just want to tell you, okay? So I came to this place, Hula, for the event, and I walked in, and it's amazing. And many of you know, a couple of years ago, 2020, January, I joined a co-working space in New York City. And because of the pandemic, suffice it to say, and a snowstorm in February, I went one time. It was amazing. I loved the energy. It was exactly what I wanted. And then the pandemic hit. We all went home. And this is the first time I've been in a space like that. I really didn't know. I knew about it, but I didn't know really what was available. And so as soon as I walked in, I felt the Wing energy. That's the co-working space in New York City, was called the Wing, still called that. And I immediately knew I have to spend some time here, because this kind of space just makes me feel so creative. So the engagement for me in the space is being around other people who are working on amazing things and are excited and creative. That energy is in the air. So that is engaging. But look, I'm out here. It's right next to the lake. And I'm engaging in this environment too, outside the doors of Hula. And that's just so important to me. And I think it's important to all of us, even if we don't really know it. And so that's what I'm saying. I know it's important to you, even if you didn't know it. So what's my point here? Changing up environments is important. As I said last week, that can build positive emotions. But being in new environments is exciting in general, especially if it's beautiful. Like here's the outside, where I've been sitting right in that corner inside, looking out at this. And it's what you do in that space then, how you engage with it. Okay, so in the space, I can create, I can think, I can be surrounded by beauty and notice that on purpose. I can come outside, be at the lake, I can eat in the restaurant and enjoy the food and just be there. So that's my environment to engagement thought for this week. We'll see what happens next week. We'll be on relationships. That's probably pretty easy to think about environments there too. So if you're not going to join a co-working space, to sum this all up, how could you make your workspace more beautiful, sit in a different area, work somewhere else? How could you make your home more appealing to you when you get there? It might take some work, right? To get there, like to be here, I have to get in my car and drive to park. I have to walk a little ways to the building. Like there's some things involved, but you will do it because the payoff is worth it. So think about all of this, and I'd love to hear from you. What does this mean to you? What does it mean to engage with your environment more fully? Okay, that's it for this week. I will look forward to talking with you next week. Have a great week ahead and be fully engaged in your life. I hope you read the blog post too. Got a lot of other ideas there. Have a great week.